Yo, this talking to a camera thing is harder than it looks. But on today's show, we just get into lead gen. I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a high level overview. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop talking. This is a 6T. I'm your host, Jay. Let's get it. I think lead gen is underrated, but I think that people think that it's hard. So the thing that with lead gen is that how do you generate your leads? Where do you go ahead and find your leads? Obviously, there's places that you can go if you're a digital space. You want to go ahead and see exactly how you can go ahead and serve the business to business. If you're local, you want to go ahead and use either Google ads or even Meta ads in order to go ahead and share your business with Google ads, and then promote your business or get more notability with Meta ads. But overall, is that you still need to go ahead and make sure that you're doing some type of cold approach. And what I mean by that is either a cold email or cold calls, because the ads are going to go ahead and generate views, but you sharing what you do should be able to go ahead and generate business. So what we're just going to do here is that a couple of tips that I would use in order for you to go ahead and generate leads. So first thing is Google, say Gemini, or even Open AI, any really AI software or any AI you can go ahead and use. And what you want to do is that if you understand the industry that you're in, is that you want to go ahead and take this deep dive approach, which is relatively easy. You want to go ahead and go to Gemini. You want to go ahead and ask the question: is that what filters do I use? Two, um, what filters do I use in, I would say, Apollo in order to go and find my ICP? What ICP is going to be my ideal customer profile. I've done this, just showing you guys what I've done already. This is free if you or prefer time over money. This is going to be a free approach. So it's going to go and tell you the industry, the headcount and whatnot, what to look for. And all of this information are just filters that you can go ahead and use in Apollo. So Apollo is going to be apollo.io. And then what you're going to do is take that information, is that you're going to go ahead and sign up for an Apollo account. And then you're going to apply those filters when you go to people. And then you're able to go here and really see exactly the filters that you would need to go ahead and break down. So the big thing is that you want to try with a verified list. You want to go ahead and make sure that you have the job titles, and then also are you working in a particular city or again digital in the United States, and then the industry that you might be in, and then also the employees that the businesses that you're reaching out to might have. So as soon as you're done with that, you will be able to go ahead and get a list. As you can see, I have a list of agencies, about 800 agencies in the places that I've picked. And then what you would want to do is that you have two options. In here in Apollo, you can go ahead and send your email, or you can access email. I believe you get 100 credits a month. I could be wrong on that. And then you can go ahead and access the email and then draft your email that's personalized to that person and send it out, right? And then you can either, if you want to go ahead and take that approach, you can do that, or you can come over here, you can copy this URL, you go to a place called Apify, APIFY.com. And then once you get to the home screen, you would see something that says Apollo Scraper. You would click on that. You would then come over here. You would make sure that you copy what's in there already. And then you would just go ahead and paste exactly what you just got from Apollo, and then you would just go ahead and hit run. Right now, I have so I have about 74 credits left until it's $5. This is also free, and then it's going to go ahead and pull up the email addresses and the person's name. What I would then do, as soon as you're able to go ahead and download that, actually, can I just go ahead and hit start? I'll go ahead and hit stop. So I'm just going to abort it because I already did this already. And then what you're going to want to do is that you would be able to go ahead and click export. And then once you go ahead and click export, I'm being cheap, I know. You would be able to save this as a CSV file. Once you save it as a CSV file, you would then be able to go ahead and come back here. And then what I try to do is that with that CSV file is that I try to go ahead and put the CSV file into Google and then say, hey, can you give me the list of names and emails, exclude. I mean, I could have done that. I could have done that on Apify. Exclude um, leads that do not have emails. I mean, I could have done that on Apify. Probably would have been easier. But then usually it gives you a list, and then what you'd want to go ahead and do is as you can see right here, it gives me the list there. And then what I can then do is save it. And then usually what I try to do is I try to go ahead and have like a prompt. And one of my prompts that I try to go ahead and have is like, I don't want to do the emails. Now I'll go ahead and share that with you guys, but I don't like necessarily like to write the emails. But you want to also, if this is free, you can send 20 a day. And then what it just does is that it's going to give you an opportunity to go ahead and here basically create a email that you can go ahead and send. Now, the work that you're going to have to do is the work, but if you're doing this for free and time is on your side, I would recommend that you do it like this. But other than that, that is how you would go ahead and start your email lead gen. It's kind of like, I don't think that it's a spray and pray approach, but I do think that it's a better approach than not knowing how to do lead gen at all. Let me know if that actually works for you guys, because it does. In my experience, it does. But what I'm just trying to do is just trying to show you that there is a way to go ahead and get your lead gen without necessarily having to spend money up front. If you did want to go ahead and get your first client, depending on what your client does or what you do, there's other ways to go about this without necessarily having to invest in ads. Or maybe you want to invest in ads, but you can go ahead and take a small approach, which is, I would say, like $1 or $2 a day for a week in order to go ahead and get your name out there. And then from there, you can go ahead and see if that advertising works, or if you are in the digital space and you just want to go ahead and get started. If you, as an example, in AI automation, Upwork.com is a great place to go ahead and see if you can go ahead and get your first customer there. But other than that, this has been the 6T. I am your host, Jay. Thank you guys for going over lead gen with me. It's very, very easy. Just do it. Give it a try. If your copy sucks, let me know so that way I can go ahead and point you in the right direction to uplift your copy. And what that means is that so that way your emails have a better chance at opening or being read. But that could be another show, another time. Peace.